Hello, Senior Stoner fans. It's the real Senior Stoner back at you. Today is Tuesday. This is not your dab of the day. Reason I'm going on is I want to talk about a very important topic. Probably the most important topic that I deal with right now in my life. Pain. Because I'm in a great deal of it right now. Just came from the facial pain specialist in Newark, New Jersey at the University of Medicine and Dentistry, who told me I needed to go immediately to the root canal doctor where they began a root canal. Then I went immediately to my dentist where they cracked off my crown on my tooth. And I have to go back to root canal doctor. And the root canal doctor just told me, by the way, when I left the root canal doctor, the plan I thought I had was go get the crown taken off, expose that root canal area. We couldn't do much because we had to drill through the tooth. And then when you come back tomorrow, we'll take care of it. So I go to the dentist, have the crown pulled off, call up the endodontist, and they say, we'll see you in January. That's our first available. I'm like, what are you talking about? You just started this morning. And they said, well, it takes a couple weeks. We put medicine in the tooth. I said, yeah, but she said she couldn't start it all the way. She couldn't do it until I went and had the crown removed. And the woman's arguing with me. I had to go back to the dental office because they were in touch with the endodontist to communicate with them that this was wrong. Well, they communicate back with me that, no, I'm wrong. And that all the patients in this situation have to wait up to a month to get their second visit with the root canal doctor. Well, I tried to explain to them that I'm dealing with something a little bit unusual in my body right now. And that's called everything frickin' hurts. And I said, can you please understand that what you did to me today is going to make my life miserable even more? Well, we're really sorry about that. And I started to hear in my answer that they're giving me that this is what they hear from everybody. If you have an emergency, you can call. We'll always do the best to take you in, blah, blah, blah. If there's a cancellation, blah, blah, blah. I cannot believe the process is so draconian, so painful, that they would let you leave, numbed up right now, to unroll and unveil like the most painful thing you're going to ever have. And it's amazing to me that it's not wrapped back up where it's a handoff and you go right back to the other guy. Because frankly, I don't know if I would have done this today if I thought I was getting a scene a month from now. I can't deal with this right now. This is just the top of the can blowing off. It's like a can blowing up. A can. It's blowing through a can, not even a bottle, a top of a bottle. I feel like a can's blowing off. So it's important for me to talk about this for one reason. It can happen to you. Okay? You know, when I said I wanted to talk about pain, I just didn't want to talk about the process of going to the dentist. I want to talk about what goes on when you're hit again, and you're hit again, and you're hit again with these things. And I need to talk about a couple of them so you understand what I'm talking about, that I'm not whining. It's important here. Need to go get an MRI of my jaw. I just had an MRI of my neck and soft tissues, which I saw my jaw today. But the new doctor, the rheumatologist, says I want to get a MRI of your jaw. Well, there was so much pain in my last MRI of my face or my jaw that it was a degraded study due to motion. And the doctors have agreed with me. I cannot take that MRI without fully being sedated. Not just relaxed, sedated. The pain is too great. It takes my neck and puts it at an angle like this, with my mouth open like that, for an hour in the tube, okay? And it's impossible when you have this kind of pain going on to be able to do it, especially after a cervical fusion that failed. Well, the answer is, I don't know if we do that. I don't know if we can do I said, look, do me a favor. I'm talking to the receptionist or the person at the doctor's office for this one. I said, please talk to the doctor, talk to whoever, because this is not something that I can tolerate, number one. And I've also now been told by a doctor that it's something that can be done. You can accommodate me. Please help me. But people don't run because you are thinking, I need to run. People don't expedite things because you're thinking it needs to be expedited. Your pain, not only is it invisible, I'm beginning to learn, but it is inconsequential. Our pain is irrelevant. Our pain does not matter. We could walk into an emergency room right now. I could. And say, oh my God, I'm in such horrible pain. Oh my God. They're going to give me a Tylenol because they're going to think I'm a pill popper. Now, what happens to people like us when this happens? Now, I have loved one. I have Mrs. Stoner. She's on top of this. She cares. She thinks this is the best thing that could have happened because it got this in motion already to get something done here. But what I'm seeing is unfortunately something different. And this is the scary part about it. I'm seeing this as the thing I'm dealing with now. I'm seeing my spinal implant, the thing I'm going to deal with in January. My prostate's the thing I deal with ongoing. What's the next thing? And that's how pain works, unfortunately. It is not something that you can say, oh, I've got this I got to deal with right now. It hurts so much. Oh my God. Nope. Because when you're dealing with that, this starts. And then you start dealing with that, then that starts. Then you start dealing with that, and you're back to the center again. Then you start dealing with that, and you're moved over to this again. And by the way, then you're in a new one. This is a non-stop situation. Now, even further into the discussion of pain. Normally, pain medicine, medication, ice, relaxation, whatever you can think of. But here's an issue. The dentist was telling me, woman had to have foot surgery done. And they prescribed Percocet, regular Percocet for her. Random person. Goes home, takes one. That night, got a blockage in her colon from one Percocet. Slowed her system down that much. One Percocet. Now remember, this is probably a non-opiate experienced person. One Percocet. Probably a 325, whatever the milligrams are. One Percocet. Had to remove part of her colon. In the hospital for 6 weeks because it became septic. And now has to have a colostomy bag. All because of pain medicine. Not because of the problem, but because of the solution. So how? And this is a situation I deal with all the time. It's a topic I talk about constantly. But how are we supposed to deal with pain when the solutions are more difficult to manage than the pain? How are we supposed to deal with pain and get better from pain when the diagnostic devices and testing causes us so much pain we can't do it? How are we supposed to do all this? Well, you know what? There is no good solution. I'm a smart person. I think many of us are, but there's no good solution. This is equivalent to playing bumper pool. Boom, 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 and boom. How many of you are playing bumper pool? It's not by choice. We're going from doctor to doctor with issue and other issue and solution and problem from the solution. How many of you are encountering this? This is not a unique situation. This needs to be shouted out, and there has to be something better out there for us. This is ridiculous. Well, I am going to take a dab. It's not the dab of the day. We had that already today. But I am going to take a dab anyway. And I'm going to go smoke a huge joint. And I just took a piece of brownie. I couldn't have anything up to today now because of all the doctors I've been to. But you know what? Enough. Enough. Going downstairs, putting the poodle on my lap, putting a joint in my mouth, the remote control in my hand, and ice on my face. Cheers. Thank God. Thank God. Thank God for good medication. So, look, everybody, this isn't the complaint station. This is the solution station. This is where we close our pain loops, not create new ones. Our pain circles, not create new ones. This is where we have hope, not dread. But enough already. Enough already. How many of you out there deal with this? I cannot be alone. This has got to be something. It's like a jackhammer. Everything's another thing. This is the real senior stoner. Praying that it just eases up. The pain is just too much right now. This is the real senior stoner. Cheers.